Speak up, love. You've got my full attention. I promise to be attentive with the time I'm spending with you. So allow me to take you away.
I love this.
Vibing on my mind, wondering why I'm feeling high. Maybe I should get high. Maybe I've been too high. Maybe I like it's time. Maybe I should just ride. I guess I got some time.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We back up in this bitch, man. It's another episode of Any Everything Podcast by Two Kings. I am King DJ.
And I am King Perez.
Y'all know how the fuck we do it. We back up in this thing and y'all already know where we about to go. We got somebody on the floor. Bars, you would think I'm a rapper, man. Y'all better sign me while it's early. Y'all better, no, I'm playing. But before we hop into that rocket or drop it, we gonna introduce the actual rocket or drop it today. We got Angel Monique here. Angel Monique, the songwriter, the motherfucking performer, man. Any artist that we about to have a great dialogue with today. And her rocket and drop it is Tell Me. Her rocket or drop it is Tell Me. So make sure y'all tap in, hit them polls, hit them views, let her know how y'all feel. Y'all rocking with it, or y'all gonna drop it? Y'all gonna rock it, or y'all gonna drop it? How you feel about it, P?
Oh, it's tight to me. You know, I like riding music. I'll be chilling. So I'll be on my vibe. So anything that, you know, like I say, plenty of shows. Anything that put me in that vibe where I can ride through the city.
Good music.
Good music. You know what I'm saying? I love good music.
Good music. Make sure y'all tap in because she got a catalog full of it too. So, how do I feel about it? I fucks with it. I dissect it a little bit. I like what she's actually talking about in here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all really gotta listen to it. Being a drug, like the desire, like her voice on the beat, like the desire. You feel me? Like it's a lot of shit up in there, and it's poetic too. You know, so I fucks with it. That's definitely a thumbs up. I rock it. So before we go past this, producing this song, writing this song, because you are a songwriter. What was your vibe? What was your mindset? What was your thought process?
I knew for a fact that I did want it to be, like you said, the lover girl on this beat. But I also I've tapped into that. I kept hearing R&B is dead. R&B is dead. Let me tell you, I've been sitting on this song for about 4 years or so.
This actual song?
This actual song. So I started writing it, and then I stopped because I kind of like lost motivation for it and everything. And so it's just like, boom, once I guess I said, came back, got back in love, I had kids and all that. And so it's just like, okay, well now
that
what
last
do you
nigga wasn't the right nigga.
Right.
That part.
Look. They will unmotivate you. The wrong partner will unmotivate you.
That's definitely music.
But I went back, I brought it back out because I always loved the beat. And so I came back to it and it just flew. It literally just flew. I was like, okay, well, the guys have a hard time just talking about what they got to say. And we, as females, have a hard time expressing ourselves to them to just get them to open up. And it's just like, okay, well, let me be soft for you so that you can open up to me. Take your time. We got nothing but time and places to go. So tell me what you're trying to say.
I think it's like when you get back into like the real part of R&B, it's like talking to the soul.
Yes.
And a lot of people stop talking about the soul. They start talking about other shit. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know, if you go back to the old school R&B, it's about, you know, building that relationship, making that relationship strong. And like I say, a lot of artists now that say they R&B, they don't talk to the soul. They talk to the body parts.
Yeah,
you know?
flesh.
Hey, wait.
Ain't nothing wrong with the flesh
I was
stuff.
just about to say, you can make a whole catalog. That tank, man.
It ain't no wrong
with the tank, boy.
But you know, like they say, after that, what's next? What else you got?
The next part of the body. What you mean? You gotta talk to the rooter, to the motherfucker,
to the soul. You gotta talk to the mind.
You know, I feel like, I mean, to me personally, and this going into we about to get ready to talk about, man. This episode is about to be a hell of an episode because we about to get everything from a female's perspective of what music is. You know?
Let me grab my new toy. So, you know what I'm saying? So you got it. I've been working on it. You know,
Yes. All right.
So,
I like this.
So, we done artists. We done had a lot of male artists on.
Yeah. Get it on.
Y'all see me coming up, man. Y'all gotta start shit going on in the studio, bro. Shit be changing.
Can't give me no new
Shit
toy.
There's a big audience soon.
I told y'all we be having motherfuckers back there, dog. Y'all gotta tell me. Up there, but we normally we done had several male artists on the show, man. We done had a hell of an artist too, and we always get the perspective from guys. And, you know, rappers are, you know, thug, motivated, you know, hardcore, you know, a little edgy, you know, a little harder and tougher on the female perspective. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm a feminist to an extent, but I'm not hard on women at all. I'm very mild on women in the concept of what we have, you know. So to have a woman on the show today to be able to express, because you know our audience know the man next to you about to give you a flux, like, because he's another man that's hard on women.
They say I'm hard on women, but I'm not hard on women.
Damn, what you be doing?
Look, it's okay. You got the right one today. It's okay. Because I grew up with a grandmother, so
that's what you say. That's what you say.
So
I got tough skin.
My thing is, I'm more like, I rock with like Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. Like I said, I like a woman that get into the soul. You know what I'm saying? I don't like all that fast hot rod shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's kick it. Let's walk around the water. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about about what we what we got planned for the future and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about
right now,
taking me out and flying me out and all that shit.
But
let's
like
get
you said
into
at the
each other.
beginning of the show, though, she is one of those type of artists that would give you Neil.
Yeah, you feel that soul vibe.
Yeah, she's not gonna. If you listen, hell of a catalog. A lot of y'all done heard about her. So she's not nobody new in the city. She's been doing this for years. We gonna tap into all of that though. Yes. But she's not that city girl preference persona. She don't even give you that persona. So anything like that, we don't even have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But this show is all about her. The show is all about her. And before we get into the relationship, the performing, the art of the music, we gotta start off by acknowledging like the birth of R&B in your soul. Like, where did R&B start from with you? Like, what is music for you?
Oh man, so I've always been singing. My grandfather, he's a music man. He played like 2 different instruments. I believe he did like a tuba and another kind of wind instrument. My mom, she was a singer and she played like the flute or something. And I've always been around music. When my mom met my dad, I don't even call him my stepdad, my dad, he did songwriting and he tried to put all of us in groups and, you know, Next Destiny Child and the Jackson 5 and all that, because it wasn't just me, it was my little brother and my little sister, my older sister, and we always church. We sung. We grew up in church, so we always sung on Sundays and we were always singing. So we always had the voice. And let me tell you something, we was a little old church sitting off Plymouth and had about 10 to 15 members, but it sounded like we had a good 20 crowd. So we had a great
good 25.
we had a great crowd that made a choir director that made sure we perfected our craft. So even when I stepped outside of church and I started doing my soul music, my R&B, I still knew how to work with people. And exactly,
from church.
I knew it. I loved it. So it's just like even if you ain't from a church, or you know about a church, so you know how to exactly. You know how to get a foundation first and then build from there.
So a question that I like to ask is like a support question. So normally I ask people, like, you know, we don't have comedians on the show, we don't have actors, everything. Yo, coming up, we lack support. until somebody can really identify us and tune into that craft.
Right.
But a singer, you know, you could just be a bathroom singer as a little girl. You know, I don't want to sing, but I'm just singing. But you say, granddaddy had musical talent, grandma had musical talent, mama had musical talent. So you already had the support. But when did you know, like, oh, I could do this, like, for real?
So I want to say in high school, that's when I actually started doing talent shows and stuff like that. And even then, I didn't really take it seriously. It was just like, oh, I know I can sing. I got a little voice. Let me just go do it. Let me see how they would react to it. I always did it just to see how someone would react to it. And so they did it. They liked it. They enjoyed it. And it was just like, okay, cool. But then as I got into college, I became an adult. I started tapping into my other talents and stuff, and so it was just like, okay, I took a back street, but I always sung. So I was always singing around. I moved to Georgia. I sung with people in Georgia and everything. They knew I sung, but I didn't still take it seriously. When I got to Virginia, that's when I met that man over there.
Who's that man? Talk about that man.
Loose over there, that firecracker, and he was rapping, and he was just like, oh yeah, you gotta sing, you gotta do this, I want to put you on this song, put you on that song. So it was just like, okay, well, I'll do it. And then,
so how long ago was that?
That was going on
2020.
Yeah, 2020. Yep. Okay. So 4 years ago.
4 years, yeah.
We took advantage of COVID.
Yeah, COVID happened, yep. And so he was just like, well, I want you to come sing. And so I started singing. Then he had a group of people around who was like, oh, yeah, so I need you for this. And I need that. And so it was just like they helped build the confidence up.
I was just about to say
it was a confidence builder because it wasn't that
you knew you could do it.
Yeah, it was just like, I didn't have the push, like, oh, you need to do it. Like, I've heard all my life, oh, you should be on the front screen somewhere. You need to be somebody's model. You need to do this. And it was just like, yeah, I think about it. But I've always been a behind-the-scenes type of person. Like, I want to know how to get to this part before I get to the front of the screen. You know, I want to be behind the camera first before I get to the front of the camera. So I've always enjoyed mixing and mastering before getting to perform. And that's what I love now performing. I love that I was able to perfect my craft.
Girl, you about to take you gonna interview you for me? God damn! Because that was literally going on. Because you got the music and you're an actual performer. And I was just about to literally ask because I seen you perform. Thankful for R&B on
one or
two.
Ooh.
You know, so I was there. I was the cameraman.
Okay, yes. I was like, what? I know his face. I know his face.
Yeah, my sister Monisha, that's the person, one of the ones who, you know, through the show and very successful. Very successful. Yeah, that's my sister. I love her. Very successful event. You know, did 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So I've seen you perform.
He about to have a part 4. So.
Yeah. He gonna keep on. That thing gonna keep on growing. That's about to be the next big thing in the deep.
Well, you gotta do something for the R&B because a lot of R&B people try to do a lot of stuff on rap shows. You know what I'm saying?
And it don't work.
Right.
It
don't work.
They don't get the proper.
You will never get the right votes if it's got anything to do with money.
Yep.
The competition is different. The accolade is different.
But you know what? I love doing it though.
Well,
I do it just because I love to be that oddball in a group full of everybody that's doing it. I won my auntie house performance doing that. Yeah. There's a I don't know if you know Wes and then the day camp and everything. They put on a show. They did several ones, and I think the 5th show I did, I finally won. It was nothing but just rappers, and it'd be like 1 or 2 singers.
Yep.
But it was always just rappers, and I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna still keep doing it. I don't mind attention. I feel it.
So what is your style of performance? Like when you get up there and you feeling attention, even when you like...
I'm still serenading you.
Okay, I was just about to ask.
I go straight, the females too. I don't even like females, but you staring at me, you grimming me, I'm coming to you. I'm going to make sure you smile. I'm going to make sure you ease up because I don't want your man, baby. I don't.
You engaging in the crowd.
I'm engaging in the crowd. If you rocking with me, I'm going to rock with you too. We're going to sing together. We're going to dance.
So have you ever had a crowd that didn't react the way that you expected?
Let me tell you something. I performed for one person before.
That
One
answered my
person
question.
before.
That
Okay.
they
One person
gonna get
before.
it.
So I've been at the bottom. Okay, I don't know how much lower it could get.
Yeah.
So I performed for one person before, and it literally was just like, okay, 2:00 in the morning. I appreciate you. I thank you for staying.
Yeah, a lot of artists they leave after they
Right.
Exactly.
After they perform.
You know what I'm saying? I hate that. That's one of my biggest.
So you was
pet
like
peeves.
Ja Rule when 50 Cent brought out the
Man,
first row.
man.
Oh, it's
But I didn't feel no ill will towards her or nothing. I was just like, it's an experience. Exactly, it's experience. You don't. It's not a loss. It's a lesson.
And see, I don't know if it's like different now, but I know a lot of Detroit venues before, when we used to do shows back in the days, that was it. You know, a lot of rappers come, they had their entourage, and after everybody rap, everybody just clear out.
It's still about the same.
It's
It's still about the same.
You have
Right.
one or two that stay.
You gotta get yourself on like at the right
To
time.
network.
Right.
While everybody's still in the cultivation of the show, because after a while everybody just tend to fade out, and a lot of people they do that, especially if they come with a bunch of people who just came to see them.
Exactly.
Right.
Once they do what they gotta do, they can take their party back to the crib.
And I figured out the trick. What a lot of times what we do too is we go out or if we know them, we congregate with them before they leave and everything.
Yeah,
and then
right.
like, oh, you supposed to perform next? Okay, well, cool. We gonna wait until you perform. A lot of times we close to the end, so we got
We gonna
y'all
wait a
watching
while.
everybody now, and so it kind of like helps people build. It's just like it's cool. Stay
I
for a minute,
people,
y'all.
You
Y'all got
really
nothing to do.
gotta put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with a lot of artists. And I tell the people, especially in the city of Detroit, you know, everybody is so like far back. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to really communicate with each other. They don't really want to network. But you got to have that personality
You
to
still
put
think it's like
yourself
that?
out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
I
that.
think it's way different now. Like I think like even
And
like,
I'm a singer. It's like that.
Yeah, because you got your crew.
So what's your
You got some
networking
crew.
skills? What do you going to a show, going to a venue, going to an event? What are you looking for when you get there outside of just performing? Like how are you networking? What's your mindset?
So usually when I go to a show, I do not go to network. I leave that for my manager. I don't go to, if I like the music, it's just like, okay, what catches me is usually like a beat, how they sound, how they perform. If the beat catch me first, like, okay, well let me see how it sounds, because usually the beat can be good, and then
The words be terrible.
oh my goodness. So then I'm back where I was at. Let me go on back about my business. And then sometimes their words is good, but it's just like you probably should have used a different beat, or this probably wasn't exactly. Or then it's just like, okay, well this is a dope. That performance was great. The sound was trash. The song probably wasn't the best. But your performance was it? Yes, yes. But your performance, I can tell you got something. You just need to be worked on.
To the craft.
Exactly. So I'm always open. I'm not against working with anybody. I've worked with newbies, worked with people who's been doing it for a while, and so it's just like, if I can learn from you, we can learn from each other. Right. I'm not closed-minded at all. And I think that's what it is. I think we got to get out of this generation of, I know everything. I know it all. I don't need nobody. I'm so low. I can do this by myself, when you can't. Especially in this industry, you cannot.
Now, would you like saying, like you've been, been on the road and you've been traveling? Would you say it's a difference when it comes to like networking out of the city compared to like when you come home and networking? Because like when we used to go to Atlanta was so open. New York was so open.
Atlanta is definitely more open. When I stayed in Atlanta, it was definitely, I made a lot more connections in Atlanta, and I still have those connections too. Ohio. Sorry, Ohio. I was about to say it's literally similar to us.
Right.
If you go out there, they're so this and we that and
their music even starting to be like.
Man, I was sitting there listening last night. Like, am I home? Did I literally travel almost like an hour to? It was some Detroit artists in there, but it was Cleveland. And they was
Cleveland,
like, yeah, we
Dayton,
this, we that.
a
I'm
little
just
bit of
like,
Daytona, and then all us.
can we just make some good music, please? I just came here because Auntie said it's gonna be some good music, and all y'all really acting like my cousins. Like,
But you know they say that Ohio is Detroit's cousins.
it is our cousins for real. I guess that's why we got so much beef too.
They might like them each other too, apparently.
So,
Yeah, because it's always a them versus us type of thing with
But
the music.
shout
and
out
the
to my aunties and my favorite
Big.
cousins because they're my biggest supporters too over there,
Yes,
and they've been putting me on like crazy. And I'm definitely they know I'm showing up anytime. I got a tour coming
Yeah,
up,
we just
3
about to
City
get ready to
tour.
tap into that.
So I'll be in Dayton and Westchester coming up at the end of the month too. I think Westchester is first on the 26th, and then Dayton on the February 2nd. So yes, I will be back in Ohio as much as I've been trying to stay away from Ohio.
No, just stop hating and say, hey, y'all show me love, so I'm gonna show you love.
I'm showing y'all
It's definitely
love.
back and forth.
It's being reciprocated. They definitely understand because they always coming back and forth. Anyway.
It's like how we do with the East Side versus West Side in Detroit.
It is, but it needs to stop. It needs to
Yeah,
stop.
I just think if you good, you good.
You
just
good.
give me the love
Here's the
that I
thing.
deserve. You know
And
what I'm
I
saying?
grew
Don't
up
hold
both
back.
sides. I was born on the east side. My grandmother's still on the 7 Mile, East 7 Mile. What's up? I'm over there. I'm over there. I still go over there. I pull up anytime I want to, and I walk comfortably. I feel good in that hood, alright? I feel good in that hood. And right now, we up there on Plymouth in Greenfield on the west side, alright?
People jumping in here.
I grew up right there. I grew up on Joy Road in Greenfield, alright?
That's normal. Yeah, you flipped the script. But you want to know what's good about that though? Because I literally heard everything you said. Because you making connections. That's how you diverse yourself. Because if you are East Side, you are East Side for so long, and then that's all you know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So we need to stop being all East, West. No, because I know both sides, and we literally look. We got an artist that's on the East Side right now, and he literally comes out when we bring him to the West. Everybody like, oh, I love him.
Yep.
He's so cool.
How you don't
It's
put
just
them
like
on the
because y'all have a perception of what the East Side is or what the West Side is. Y'all don't even understand. The East Side is turning to the West Side. The West Side is turning to the fucking East Side.
I would
It's
agree
turning
with
to
her.
the West Side is getting
You're not
lit.
gonna put that on me.
I'm on Plymouth and Greenfield. Let me tell you something. It's getting lit up almost every night. Every night I hear sirens. Every night I hear
That's
gunshots.
on the West Side. You don't hear that on the East
Man,
Side.
on
the East Side
it's transition. It's switched. The West Side was not like that.
Because remember, the West Side used to be like everybody dress up.
Right, it used
Everybody
to be.
go
Oh,
out.
you snooty.
Oh, so
It's
now
all
you-
that.
so now you trying to say we bougie on the East Side?
Look, I don't mind. I don't mind because I'm from the East Side and I got tired of it being dragged. I got tired of defending it by myself. I got tired.
You were by yourself.
Like my granddaddy.
Two different areas.
Look,
You was not by yourself.
my granddaddy said, what that boy got on? Is that a purse? I was like, oh, that's not a purse,
He
granddad.
from the West Side. He from the West Side.
He was like, it looked like a purse.
You look like a person.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that
no,
fanny pack on, huh?
that's a man bag. You know what I'm saying? He was like, no,
I'm still ain't with it
that's a
either.
purse.
I'm still ain't with it.
Yeah, satchel. That's a satchel.
I'm still ain't with it. No.
You know when that got hot? On the Hangover.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
nobody
that thing
ran them bitches before he came out them bitches.
And the old schoolers still ain't buying it.
No.
I ain't banning it. I mean, hey, fashion is the freedom of speech.
Look,
it is what it is.
I ain't taking no shots because I know a couple of them that's got some work up in there.
Yep,
So,
yep.
you know, shout out to y'all.
Yep,
Shout out to y'all because
Yep.
that's my baby. So,
Yep.
shout out to y'all.
And they say it's too, they pockets ain't big enough. I was like,
Hey.
Hey, nobody got credit cards.
Hey.
But to each his own.
For sure ain't not, but y'all other niggas is strange. Alright, look, y'all strange.
But getting to this tour. Your first tour. I want to go from your first tour.
This is
this
my
your
first tour.
Okay,
This is my first tour.
No, I want to get into your, before we get to your first, before we get to this, I want to talk about your first performance, right?
Were you nervous?
Shout out to Alwyn D.
There you go.
Shout out to Alwyn D, my brother.
And you see where I'm leading.
My brother,
The difference
my
between
brother.
the two.
What event was that? Was the Big Daddy Games event
Mm-hmm.
for Doughboy. Doughboy
Cash Out who just
Doughboy
got
Doughboy
Cash
Cash
Out.
Out. He just got out.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Doughboy Cash Out. That's
When?
right.
That's like a
Ooh,
year
that was
ago, wasn't
December-ish.
I would love to go to my archive.
Like December 28th-ish. Because it was after Christmas.
Tap into her followers. Make sure y'all tap into and then tag her.
It's in the
we can
reels.
Boom, boom, boom. We
It's
already
definitely
know the
up in there.
vibes. We want y'all to do it though. We gonna
it?
give y'all some. We gonna give
make
y'all
that event because that's man, East Point.
East
It
Point.
is East Point.
Yeah, East Point. December.
It's Big Daddy Games just really started popping.
Our first show was 2022 December.
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. It
And
was
I missed
around
that event. I was
Christmas.
supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Cash.
So,
Yep.
Performing
Cash out.
for your first venue, your first event. Now in a full circle, you doing a 3-city tour. I don't even want to acknowledge the city. You doing you headlining. I don't even want to acknowledge that part right now.
Shout out to promo.
You headlining your own tour, right? So the energy from your first performance to now you season, but being able to reflect
It's the
back.
same.
Is it?
It's the same.
So do you get nervous every
I
time?
still get nervous.
So when
I
do
still
that
get
nervousness
nervous.
stop?
I don't think it ever will.
No, I'm saying
I
like
think the
throughout the
moment. I
duration
think
of
the
your.
moment it do, you might need to change your craft.
No, I'm saying like so you nervous throughout the whole performance?
No.
Just
Okay.
start off.
So when you start off, and then it's just like
The ball go up
once
like basketball.
once you boom. Once you sing that first note,
Mhm.
it's just let it fly from there because you can't take it back.
Just take
Last
that
night I had a issue. My music literally glitched in the middle of my performance.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. I know my song. The good thing about that glitch was it happened in like an intermittent part of the song where I was just like taking a break.
Yeah.
So I was able to catch
just
it
about to
right
say.
in the middle of the glitch.
How long did that glitch last?
Like what? Like 0.5 seconds?
Okay.
So it's just like, a glitch. But it was the song, you can hear it because it was a transition.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, let's get back to it.
Yeah.
Let's act like it never happened.
Mm.
So the nervousness, even then, like I wasn't nervous that it happened. It's just like it happened.
Mhm.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
Just keep going.
I think my nervousness, every time I used to hit the stage, I think I was nervous up until I seen the crowd. Once the crowd, I seen a few people, you know what I'm saying, really like vibing to
Oh, okay.
what I was, my confident level, like shot
See,
up.
I'm different.
And that's when I kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just jumped aboard.
I'm different. I like to. I definitely, even if they not feeling me, I like to get in your face. Just because you can't not vibe to somebody in your face.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Just stand there real hard? I'm gonna stand here too, then, baby. We gonna be here all night.
Grilling each other.
We had an artist that came on here and said that heavyweight. We had an artist that came on here and said the exact same thing. He said, "Bro, I done performed in the motherfucking face
Yes.
to the point where he had to, or she had to,
Yes.
get her the same energy, get him the same
Yes.
energy
But
back."
you gonna just not before? You gonna not move? You look.
I don't care if you fake
I'm
it,
giving
this
you
shit,
these
bro.
vibes. You gonna take these vibes I'm giving you,
You know,
okay?
our cousins, they'll be hard to the bitter
Man.
end, boy. It'd be
Man.
like, you gotta like squeeze water out of rock for them. You know
And
what I'm saying? Sometimes.
I enjoy just being able to, get them to finally move when they, and then at the end when they be screaming and stuff, I'm like, oh, so y'all were listening. Okay, I seen y'all moving a little bit, but I didn't know y'all was really feeling it. It's just, we ain't gotta be hard all the time, y'all. Dang.
Right.
Lighten up.
So, do you expect something before performing?
No.
Okay.
I don't go in expecting anything. I go in expecting more of myself. I go in expecting myself to put on a good show. And as long as I know I did what I was supposed to do, I can't be mad that they didn't react.
So do you have expectations on this tour or for this tour?
I just expect, because we going with some great artists. Britt Tellum, J.R. Moe, Luce is going to be up there. I know it's supposed to be a couple other artists. I can't even put my finger on. I know Vonnie's supposed to be on there. Heartless Gang, shout out to them. They're supposed to be on there. Some more dope artists. Like I said, shout out to Promo. He's been pulling out artists from the East. That's where I've been going. I told you I tap into the East all the time. I go to Promo. He pulling artists from the East Side most of the time. And it's some good artists over there. And man, I'm not expecting I'm just expecting to have fun.
Right. Okay.
Just
that's your expectation.
Good vibes, have fun. Okay. Because as long as you go in with those expectations, everything else should just float along good. Right. And even if something fuck up, just hey, let's keep rolling. We ain't dead. Let's keep rolling.
I was just about to say.
As long as we still alive, if we got to do this bitch a cappella, let's keep rolling.
Lately, I've been seeing a lot of artists fall on stage, and I'll be like, when I see them fall, I'll be like, damn. But you know, you got the ones that jump back up or get back into it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the show don't stop.
I had some close
no.
So you fall, you gotta keep that shit going.
I definitely trip. I trip. I never fail.
I'm like, oh,
yeah. That's the only how you'll be able to play it up.
If you don't show that it was a mistake, most of the time they
exactly.
Who was that? Black youngster or Gotti or who failed and shit?
Yes.
Hey, but he turned it into a win. You know what I'm saying? He didn't stop.
Right off the goddamn stage.
Why he walked right off the stage?
Literally.
Nigga vocals go up.
When you in your craft and you in your mode, you got to keep it going.
That be that zone, bro. Man, you be in the zone and you don't be paying attention to shit. You just be moving.
Fuck you up sometimes.
Yeah,
it will. It will. I just try to be aware of what I'm wearing. I try not to wear heels too much that I know I can't perform too much in.
Right.
I try to be aware of cracks and stuff.
So what's your style of performing?
So it always depends on what I'm performing. If I'm performing...
So now you about to be on the stage.
Yes.
So you that's a gap between you and the audience.
So usually if it's like a nice 7 to 10 minute set, I'm starting off slow. Let me warm you up. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to hit you hard. Let's turn up.
So when you say warm you up, are you talking about your music? Like, I'm playing this that's going, I'm paying attention to you know, and then I'm, okay.
Yes.
So now, like I said, it's about to be a gap between you and the crowd. Mm-hmm. So going from you serenading, I'm able to be hand in hand with you. What's your, I don't want to use the word expectations. What's your thought? What's your process of getting ready to perform and still being able to reach out to them and bring them to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how, now it's a gap. How you going to clear that gap? There you go.
Well, only thing I can still do is...
she said, I'm going to do me.
Right. I can just still make sure I put on my best performance and just still get out there and touch the crowd. Like, I love... Here's one thing my dad always tried to do. Like, my fiance said, I'm not an extrovert. I really don't, just go out there first. But when I got that mic in my hand, it's something completely different. Yeah. Like, I don't... Even when I do, like, shows...
That Gemini come out of you.
Yes, when I do shows with,
Gemini.
like,
she
promo...
Said she told her she was a Gemini.
Or West or something, I always randomly have a mic between... other people's sets, and I'm like, how the heck I get this mic? They're like, oh yeah, sis, you just hold on to that and stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, cool. Now I gotta, co-host for this person or, be a hype man and stuff. So my dad, I shout out to my dad. Rest in peace to my papa. He passed away in 2016.
Let's give a moment of silence for that.
Yes. He was a great man. He definitely tried to make sure that we weren't just city kids. He tried to make sure we weren't stuck up kids, snobby kids. He raised us. He had his own job. He had his own,
his own business.
His own business, exactly. I'm sorry. He had his own business. Let me say that.
We use the word season 3 allegedly. We big on that word now, allegedly. If P. Diddy can use it, we can use it too.
Right. No, he had his own business. But it was all about sports ministry. So literally he was selling tickets. It was during baseball games. He was doing tickets, but then he was doing peanuts and candy. He had a whole little section snack table right outside of Comerica Park. And then when Comerica Park closed, it went to the Tiger Stadium to Comerica Park. Yeah, he was back then. Yeah. So he's been in business. Exactly. He's been back then, so he's always made sure, I'm gonna give y'all the world, but y'all gonna work for it too.
He does.
So exactly. So we gonna work. We gonna get
What's
this money.
What's that saying? You can take a horse to the well,
but you can't make them
something
drink.
like that.
Right? You can't make them drink.
So
exactly.
That
so it was always like, here's how to get your money, but I love you to death, so I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you
if necessary, I got it. Just like,
yeah.
I like the way
supposed to.
I like the way you speak about your dad. I got 4 daughters, so shit. One day, hopefully,
we love
they
our
get
dads.
on the platform. And
we love our dads.
Speak highly of me because that's what I try to put into them.
As long as y'all do y'all
you
job.
You gotta get on your grind.
Look. This is all I can say to all the fathers who have girls. Be there, okay? Yeah. Just be there. Yeah. We don't need stuff. You don't gotta get us all this fancy. Be there, okay? The other stuff will come. Okay, the other stuff will come eventually.
I had to learn that with my first son, my oldest, to actually be there. And that's what son and daughters.
It would be,
So speaking of parenting and parenthood, how you praise, your parents and your parents' parents.
Yes. I had a good foundation. Yeah. I did.
And now you're birthing a foundation.
I am.
And now,
I am.
Being
Shout
a
out
parent,
to my queens and my kings. Yes.
Being a parent that has a daughter as an artist.
Oh, it's hard.
And your daughter name is?
Minnie. Shout out to Minnie 00. That's my baby. We bump heads because we're Geminis. We have the same birthday.
Y'all bump 4 heads.
We have the same birthday.
We have the same birthday.
May 31st. And so I literally just have to remind myself, like, okay, she's growing into herself. Mm-hmm. She's becoming a woman. And you don't want... She's 12. Mm. Yeah, she's 12. And so now it's taking off. And it's just like... but the good thing is... I can build that friendship with her while still having that mothership with her, because she's understanding she's understanding that mom doesn't like this, mom isn't gonna like that, she's definitely gonna whoop my ass if I do that, and she for a fact,
because these kids pay attention.
Yes.
We just did shit.
Yes.
We just did what the fuck ever. These kids, they don't want to get in trouble like we got in trouble. So that shit different.
No. They can't take it.
Well, I take that back.
We take that video games.
I got a 1-year-old who
don't give a fuck.
Who
don't give a fuck. Then it's them the COVID babies though. I got a 3-year-old that go crazy.
She is working my nerve, but she loved me to death.
Yep.
She hug you. She'll love you. She's talking. She's running. She's walking. She's eating full course meals. Like at 18 months, she just turned 18 months, and she's just like the biggest personality in the room. I get on the phone. Hey. And then I walk out to the bye-bye. Anybody walk out, bye-bye. She's really shy, and then she gets up to you. But, yeah, man.
I think kids now grow into their personality way before we even, reach our point of being who we are. They already, it's like they come out and
I had 2 COVID babies.
Hey. How many you got?
I have 3. I have
12.
I have 12-year-old. I have a 1 and a 2. I know, right?
Back to back.
Right?
Gee, y'all pushed them out back to back.
But it was COVID. It was back to
funny
back.
thing
Look, he said COVID. That COVID shit. That COVID shit.
The funny thing about it, my oldest is 12 years older than my second daughter. So, damn, I gotta put my age out here.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter is 30.
Don't feel bad.
So my second oldest is 20.
My oldest daughter 25.
So it's like, then you got to go down to my third daughter will be 16 this year, and my fourth daughter will be 13 this year. So I've been a single father raising all girls, and shit.
You heard how he just said all them ages and stuff? He's dead. He's dead.
It's a goddamn job.
You gotta pull him something.
Right. He's
So
dead.
when people be like, oh, I gotta get, I was like, imagine being the only male in the house and you raising 4 girls.
Yep.
Shout out to my fiance.
He took all his kids.
You gotta be versatile. You gotta be this and that, because when I started having kids, I thought that all kids were the same, and they not.
Mm-mm.
Everybody is a different individual, and you gotta handle them in a different way,
Exactly.
and molding and learning their creativity, and you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when my second oldest, wanted to rap. She always been in the studio with me and I was like, all right, baby, go ahead and rap. And she rapped, and I was like, no, that's not your thing. We gonna find you something else to do.
But you did right, though. Who else gonna tell you but your parents? And I told my daughter that. I tell them all the time, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. It's just like, she's like, do that look good? I'm like, you want me to tell you the truth, or you want my truth?
I was just about to say, so how you tell her? if your daughter come to, if she come to you with some music and she think that it's it.
Oh no, she know we for a fact like, no, that ain't it. Just because we know
what she want.
Right.
We know she's
Okay.
hot. We know first you ain't gonna come to us rapping like
I can tell when she rushed.
that hot 9-year-old that's cussing. You ain't gonna come to us rapping like, a 6-year-old or so. You get it together.
So do her music influence your music?
No.
Do your music influence her music?
I don't know. Dad says no, but I think we might have to ask her.
I don't know. I think she's been doing music.
She's right. She's been doing music for so long, right?
Before she really caught on the mom's wave.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think that's just something she was already. I think she just learned that under me more like.
Yeah.
I was working on albums.
So we spoke behind the scenes before we hit play, and we was talking about how Minnie just was at a show last night, right? So that's to tap y'all in. So her being at a show and actually like seeing what's going on, like are y'all like influencing her to okay, I got my question. Did she come to y'all and say, I want to be a singer?
No.
Did y'all influence her to sing?
No, she started rapping in the backseat of the.
Oh, so she rapped?
She rapped.
Okay. So
yeah, she's a rapper.
My apologies.
Yeah. No, she's a rapper. She did it on her own.
Okay. Now, her being at a show last night and seeing how that lane is and y'all being able to have that dialogue after the show, is she like, oh yeah, like this is a thrill, like this is something that I want to do? Like,
that was her first show.
That wasn't her first rodeo.
I thought, yeah.
She did a Big Daddy Game
That
show.
was her first show in Toledo.
Oh, okay. Oh.
She did a couple Big Daddy Game shows.
Oh.
She's
Auntie House stuff.
Auntie House.
Okay.
Festival. She did back to school events. She get ready to go on a school tour.
Yeah.
See, the way you made it seem like I thought it was okay.
I was just talking about last night.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
all I
yeah.
can think of. We just finished up.
Oh no,
There
my
you go.
baby,
She
she
mobile.
practically seasoned out
I
here.
was just about to say
She might be better than me out here.
Her and Angel been on the circuit for a good year stretch now.
And I think one thing my kids, as far as the business goes, as entertainment, knows better than me. When I first started out and I was doing, entertainment, I think they know the business better than me. They look at, it a little bit different. And I don't know, it's because I talked about it so much and they heard me rant about it or
That's
be
what
on
it
the
is.
phone. And,
That's
you know
exactly what it is. That's how I learned what business under my dad.
Yeah.
Bookkeeping.
Right.
Get your money. You got to make sure you pay your taxes like this.
Yeah.
But see, I'm not going to tell that trick. I almost slipped up on you, Daddy. Not this time.
Don't worry about it.
I'm
You got the anyway.
I'm a whole day.
You got the anyway. Don't worry about it.
It was a tip and trick he used to do. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all just because my dad did pass away, and my dad did do things the right way. He was a preacher. He was an ordained minister.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So he was able to do business
Under that.
without paying taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But of course he did his, he did pay his, because he didn't have a church, but he did go to a church. Like I said, we was raised in a church.
Tithes, he
paid his tithes.
He did his due diligence, his financial way.
Exactly.
He just knew how to. That's actually not.
He was smart.
Literally,
It's
that
smart.
you got small profits, non-profits. You got literally.
He was a preacher. He knew how to use use the business.
He
well,
played the white man's
correctly.
game.
And
He played the white man's game.
see, when
Bingo.
my generation, a lot of times we were so into our craft, we just wanted to do the music. We just wanted to be seen. We just wanted to perform. So, like, my generations, when it came to royalties, masters, and shit like that, we'd just sign anything. So, I tell you the truth, that's why you see a lot of rappers now, they broke.
got shit. Yeah.
Because back in the day, you go to promoters and they say, hey, I can get you in this show. We can travel here. We can travel there. We'd be like, damn, I could go all over just doing my music. Hell yeah. I can get free studio time. Hell yeah. Where we sign at? You know what I'm saying? Then you come to find out, like, you just can't perform anywhere because we own your name. We own your music. You already owe us for studio time. You owe us for travel.
That's why
I was just about to say that's the best part about having the management. And her easiest thing is the fact her management sleep in the same bed as her.
Exactly.
So she ain't never get finesse.
Nope. Because either way, whatever I say still goes.
So you gotta
Number one
understand.
song right now is called "Y'all Got Me Fucked Up."
Exactly.
So you gotta understand.
That's for management purposes.
We got these big known name artists, you know what I'm saying, that, made major albums right now that's broke.
Yes, and shouldn't.
And you be like, damn, how can you be broke? And like, I done listened to you all through my childhood. You had number one hits and
it's sad.
you traveled all over the fucking world.
It is
and
so sad.
You don't have anything right now. That's because they were so much into their art.
The art.
And they never knew about the business side of it.
And that's the sad part about not having a team you can trust too.
Literally.
It goes back down to that foundation. Not having a team
If you was
can
on
trust.
Bad Boys back in the day, boy, it was bad for you.
It was bad, boy.
Right.
It was bad.
Bad boy was bad, boy.
You see a lot of them didn't have a publishing, didn't have a royalties, didn't even own their name.
They all got fucked.
Yo.
Literally and figuratively.
Bad.
We've been watching stories back to back to back to back.
Man,
And just like, man.
If you ever want to know not to do, what not to do,
Look,
you
just watch
go through
that.
the history of Bad Boys.
Just don't take that. Take that.
Don't take it at all. Man,
Just say no.
So
Just say no.
when they said Biggie sold his publishing for $40,000,
What?
and don't quote me on that number, but I think they said allegedly for $40,000. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy, though.
But
In the 90s, $40,000.
right, if you a kid and you out here on the streets and
Biggie
shit,
was like 20-some years old.
and you figure $40,000 is a lot of money at in one lump. But in reality, if you know your business and what you could potentially earn,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, 40,000 is chop change.
Probably
Yeah,
assumed-
you
he
could've
probably
made
assumed he was
that.
gonna make more when he was, he probably, he didn't think he was gonna die.
Right.
He probably assumed that he was gonna be able to accumulate twice that much or whatever, something later on down the line.
But you know, you gotta look at your livelihood and years to come. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, every time they use your music, you get paid for that.
Exactly.
So you want your royalties. You want your
15-second snippet. That's my money.
Right, exactly.
My money.
I want to ask this. It's not beaming off that, but I kind of got the question from this, right? So, what is your impact on music? What do you feel like in the future when it's all said and done? Because the Biggie records, right? We didn't know allegedly that Biggie was gonna die.
I mean, he had warnings, but
right. So, in order, you know, whatever. Right? So, what do you feel like your impact will be?
I just want everyone to remember to be real and just love. There's a lot of people trying to be what they not, trying to just do stuff, trying to be hard. Look, love, okay? We need love right now for real. Like, it's too much going on, it's too much dying.
That's the highest vibration.
For no reason, like random shootings and shit for no reason. So look, okay, probably not too much love because some niggas love it too hard, and that's why people getting killed too. All right, just chill. Let's love. Let's chill. All right, it's not that hard. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to spread some love, spread some good vibes.
And when I was listening to your music, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of Jill Scott. I'm a big fan of Erykah Badu. It's a couple of artists that, you know what I'm saying, don't really look for like that big bag, or they don't look for, you know, that to be famous like that, you know what I'm saying. If I would say, you know, like, you know, I'm gonna always say Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. They well known, they big artists, but they don't have to put on no type of, you know, facade to, you know, just be who they are. They just
know who they are.
You know what I'm saying? They just be like, respect me who I am.
You can just say, you can say Jill. You can who Scott? Badu. I love me somebody.
India Irie, I ain't no take from
love
her.
India Irie, yes. Some side. Hey.
What's the one that made Tracy Chapman? You know what I'm saying? So, them are the.
Who you look up to, Brenda? Who was yours?
I had
And then who did you model yourself? So it's a 2-part question.
So peep this, right? Don't be mad, mommy. Don't be mad. So there was like a 20-year age difference between my mom and my dad. So my dad, he was. He of course he was born in 42. Okay, he was born in 42. Just to give you his era of music, you know. So he grew up Temptations and, you know, OJ, Supremes, and, you know, we had Diana Ross growing up. I had Anita Baker, and then my mom came in. Exactly, my mom came in with some Joe and Jagged Edge. Yep, and then of course we had who else she was singing? It was
Sweat.
Yes, Keith's a lot of what's his name? Don't even tell. R. Kelly. She loved Aaron Hall and 112. I'm missing so many just because.
That's why I say the 90s.
That Brandy Troop. Oh yeah, she loved Troop. She done got in contact with somebody from Troop. Now they buddy and stuff. So she loved Troop, New Edition and all that stuff. Like, so our rehearsals as kids, I told you our dad used to make us rehearse in the basement. Go down there and rehearse.
From back then.
We singing down there, mint condition. You know, we singing some Troop. We singing Stevie Wonder. We singing Michael Jackson. You know, we're singing Jackson 5. It's just I had so many people growing up, so I ended up falling in love with like music, Bob Marley, and then like exactly music period. But you know, it's just like I had gospel too, so it's just like I had, of course, Shirley Caesar and Donnie McClurkin, Marvin Sapp, and yes, man, it was just some of the so many great, a plethora of people. So I had a great nice little mixture and nice little flip book.
So it gave you a diversity of what music was.
Yes,
Create your own lane.
exactly. And then as my little brother was growing up, mind you, my little brother's like 5 years younger than me. They were a little more privileged than I was growing up. So by that time,
Age
when
range.
he was in like Southfield High, that was by like 2013 or so. He was like experiencing country music, and exactly. So in my look,
Like Lil Wayne country music?
no, not
Remember
Lil
Lil Wayne
Wayne.
did a country album?
No, not Lil Wayne country music.
Damn.
If you went to like Southfield and Southfield Lakeford, you know, them kids wear like
They were
pajamas to
different.
school.
Yes.
You talking about like going to Oakland and listening to country music?
Dude,
Yes.
that's
Yes,
different
it's almost
kids.
like Oakland. Yes, so it was just like he was diverse too. He had a pump different
Right.
things. So he was just jamming stuff in here. But what the hell are you in here listening to? And so
You
some of the
catching
stuff I
to
would
the
catch
beats and
on.
shit,
Exactly.
the melodies, the tones.
Yes. So I kind of picked up. I learned from my OGs and from my baby boy. Shout out to my brother. Y'all can hear some music for him too, because I inspired him to come back out.
That's a musical family. It sounds like a
It
musical.
is. It
Both
is.
sides, both sides of our family running.
I was just about to say, and then you got even on the in-law side.
And my baby girl, my 1-year-old, I told you, I done got her. She got a mic. Well, my 1-year-old and my 2-year-old both have mics. My 1-year-old will pick that mic up so fast. She's singing around the house now. She loves dancing. She loves performing.
So,
That's how
what do
it all
you
start off.
Yes.
outside of daughters, right?
Mhm.
Outside of daughters, 18 and under. What are you conveying? What are you conveying to that audience from your music?
To just be yourself. Be yourself, and it is okay. People are putting off this facade that femininity and being soft and stuff is just like, oh, that's sissy and that's gay. And no. We all have a mixture of masculinity and femininity, okay? Tap into it, all right? If you're too masculine, you're imbalanced. Tap into it. It is okay to be soft. I have to tell men, like, it is okay if you got to cry. It's okay if you got to go scream. Look, you better go take that step up. Look, it is always a light-skinned one, too. Look, little light-skinned boys, y'all better go sit in the corner somewhere.
No,
I tell my fiance all the time. Look,
that's tapping into love. Remember that original love? You gotta have love for yourself.
Exactly.
Because we are 97. They say 75% water, but if you add the microns and all of that shit, it's more. You know what I'm saying? So it's 91% water.
Yes.
Where does this water? You do more than pee and sweat, bro. Where does this water come through? So once you dealing with trauma and stress, nigga, it flows through your eye glands. Why do you think men have eye glands? If something go in your eye, that's technically crying.
Right.
Because you gotta water your eye out and then it drops out. That's what it does to heal itself.
When you
so
eating hot shit and you start tearing up and crying.
Now I ain't sitting up watching no movie, no chick flick and crying.
No, I ain't say be all that sensitive. No. That's too sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But I'm saying be sensitive enough to know when you being too masculine. All right, that's the difference. You ain't got to be hard all the time. Exactly. Like why you got to be thugging with your kids?
Yeah.
Why we thugging? We at Chuck E. Cheese. What are we thugging for? We at the mall with our kids. Let's chill. We at a water park. We at an amusement park. We at family events. You know.
Right.
What's the issue? Why are we so hard all the time?
See, I can thug with like 2 baby seats.
How you thugging with 2 baby seats?
You know, riding around in a van and shit. Like, shit, that thug went right
Ain't
up
nothing
out
wrong
of
with
me.
that. You better put that thug music on with them baby seats on. Be thugging with your
Push
baby.
my baby. What Cat Williams said, I was walking down
Thugging with your
Inglewood with a
babies.
stroller and it was a gap down there.
we got some little thug babies because anytime dad got the wheel, look, They in the backseat just that beat just boom, boom. It's always loud. My four babies be deaf. I just know it.
Such a bad guy.
So another question, and I love to ask everybody this. This is a formidable question on this show.
Okay.
Taking today's you. Oof. And the fact that it was music then and it's music now. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
Some shit like no. Taking today's you, all right, and going back into the 18-year-old you. What is your dialogue? How are you inspiring yourself? How are you keeping yourself strong, motivated, coming on to what you're dealing with today? Because it's always been music.
Here's the
It's
thing.
just been music in different forms. Like you was doing music, you just didn't know how powerful the music would be, but you know what I'm saying?
I would just literally keep telling myself, don't worry about the critics. If it's something you truly love, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And I say it all the time just because we hate on so much stuff, but it's, if you know life and you know balance, you know imbalance has to happen in order for balance to take place. We have to clear the trash out before it can become beautiful again.
You gotta detox.
So we let this shit clear out, let it blow over. And that's why look, I had to tell my fiance because he's one of them real rappers. He doesn't do this mumble rap, this gibberish rap. Oh, y'all gonna hear it. I tell him why he tried to quit on me, and I said, why would you quit on me if you get me started? You know, and you're one of the real ones. We need y'all out here to actually get rap back to what it needs to be. So y'all keep going with y'all talents, but you know, just perfect it. That's what I'm gonna say. Perfect it, cause it's, even though if it's trash, it could get better. Yeah. If you work on it.
It's your delivery.
It's right.
It's your delivery changing.
It could be words, right?
Yeah.
It could be the engineer.
Yeah.
You know.
So let me put you on the spot for a minute.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
My thing is, like, a lot of times, you know, I had late nights. I'm always in the studio. I was a studio rat. I stayed in the studio. I stayed, you know, traveling, jumping on the road. And a lot of times with relationships, you know what I'm saying, they kind of just get in between that. It becomes a factor, you know what I'm saying? But you always gone, you're always on the road, and you're always busy.
I'm big on work-life balance.
So, exactly, how do you balance it?
I'm big. I am one of the ones, my body, I'm so intact with... I'm a spiritual person, okay?
See, I used to find it hard.
Even though I grew up religious, I became big with my spiritual person because when I moved out of state, I definitely didn't trust. Here's one thing my pastor always tells me: you can't trust everybody with your soul. Right. So I didn't go pastor hopping. I didn't go to everybody's church because I believe that soul ties are real. That's the truth. People can souls can latch onto your body, all this kind of stuff. So I believed in all of that. So I made sure to keep my spirit right with God. So I'm a spiritual person always. So, with that being said, oh man, we said that I forgot the whole question.
Because see the balance between y'all.
Yes. Okay. So yes, my body always tells me basically when we're doing too much.
To shut it down.
Hey, he's working too much. His attention is not here. This is going off. My daughter is doing this too much. Pay attention to this. He would tell you, it's been so many times I've been able to call my daughter out on so much stuff before he's peeped it. And then he'd be like, yeah, this has been happening since you said this, you felt this. And so with us, especially with me, and I have the two little babies, I try to schedule them. And then I work with 2 to 3 maybe main promoters for shows, and I let them know, hey, I'm gonna do whatever y'all put me on, but don't make it too often, because you know I have 2 babies. Exactly, I got 2 babies. They're still, raising. They know who mommy is, but I'm not taking no time away from them. I'm not.
And I think that was one of my biggest problems. I didn't know how to shut down. You know what I'm saying? I was always in work mode. I was always on the road mode. You know what I'm saying? Because my main thing was all the time like, I got to get this bag. I got to make shit happen.
But see, even then, with me, I'm 30.
Right.
And my dad was always like that. He was always on the road. He was, but he was just like, But he made sure I'm home every night, or I call every night, or something like that, just to make sure I'm going to make sure y'all taken care of. But I'm still here, and I think that's what happens when. I don't even think that created an issue with you. I think it taught them a lesson, even though you probably felt like you wish you would have had that more time.
More kind of like, I would say more of a, I don't know how to say it, I guess sensual kind of like, relationship than just making a business deal, you know what I'm saying? Type of relationship.
And I feel like that's what a lot of dads feel like too. I'm just transactional.
So, so for you, like I'm hearing you sound like you the balance between, which is fine. This is a nurturing way.
I am.
Right. So you the balance between the business, you the balance between the house, you the balance between, your own music career. What balances you on a personal level between, besides all of that?
Him, my kids, and God.
Okay. Like
as long when I talk to God, that gets me started. My girls are literally up right behind me. They give me like 30 minutes before, hey, Mom, I'm in your space now. And then, as long as he's good, he gonna make sure everybody good.
And I tell women all the time, you got all the power in the world, but it determines on how you use it. You know what I'm saying?
That, ladies?
Your approach.
I'm telling you, as a woman,
your approach and how you use your power determines on what type of man you have and how he moves.
And we ain't talking about the power between your legs either.
No.
Listen to it in the music. She said it's a drill.
It's look, our senses, we can touch a man and it just does something to him. We can say something to them. Okay? You ain't got to open your legs just to have a man open his heart.
No, because the most sexiest thing and attractive thing to a man is a woman that can handle business.
Amen.
But nowadays, sex sell. They done sold us so much that sex
sell. So it's selling so much.
And then now you
got to slip some sex in it.
You know what? A 40 boy.
Sex sells, but
fans
that's what
only.
They buy it.
But I'm about to say, but for how long exactly?
They buy it and they discard it. But
But then now you got your snatchback. Where I could go to Miami. I ain't even gotta go to Dominican. I can go to Miami. Now they going to the backyard.
Exactly.
To get tapped up.
And like a lot of people told me,
and they get taken out.
A lot of people say, what
Cardi B said, I don't know how I die. I could drop dead right now. I wouldn't even know all of the surgeries I done had.
People had asked me like, what was your motivation for like when you got married and you and your wife and shit when y'all got together? Because I know you was such a person that just always take off and on a run and shit and business. It was the fact that when I wake up in the morning and I came downstairs and be like, hey, I got this and this to do, this and this to do, and I got to put out this line, and she'd be like, that's done.
I was about to say she had to be a strong woman.
I'd be like, what the hell you
I was already thinking that she had been a strong woman.
And it's like she knew me better than I knew myself. I know he's going to get up in the morning. I know he's going to want to call this person. I know he got these orders to put out. You know what I'm saying? I know he got to run here. I'm going to take care of that way. When he get back to the crib, chill. That's all done.
Exactly.
Now it's our time. We chilling. And see,
make
one thing
it
about
easy,
my wife,
ladies.
didn't nobody fuck with our family. So I don't give a fuck what was going on. Like, she'll tell you, you're not about to fuck with my family. This, we got this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that right there you know, out of all my relationships and, you know, different from, you know, my kid's mom, that put me in a sense of like, okay, that's it. That's that one. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell, you know, all my partners, I tell anybody, after the sex, what do you got?
Exactly.
You need that strong partner. You need that partner that's on a business level, that's going to take care of business just like you take care of business, that's going to learn from you, that can teach you, and at the same time, y'all can come back and have y'all chill time where y'all ain't on business, y'all on some bullshit, y'all wrestling, y'all joking, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Touching each other, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It got to be that balance.
You being home. You being home. You being down to earth. You know what I'm saying? I say all the time, man. I don't remember the last time I touched the dish, cooked the meal, clean. I mean, I can cook. I know how to wash. You know, I was raised by a single mom. You know, so mama taught me all the foundation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My mom's passed away, but before that, she, you know, hey, we all outside. Hey, DJ, come here. You know, help me cut this chicken, clean this chicken. You know, help me do this, help me do that. You know, so I had that. You know, so, and I still can do that. But shit, I've been married 8 years, 9. I don't remember the last time I washed some clothes. My shit smell good.
Dang fresh.
You know what I'm saying? So that power of a woman, boy, I'm already knowing the
But you gotta understand, and me and you have spoke on this, the power of a real woman.
That part.
You know
that's why that nigga ain't said nothing, because he already know the whole time I'm bigged up because she over there bigging me up. She didn't just speak on what we do in management. She done spoke on this nigga as a father, a man, like. I make sure it's easy for this man to do everything else. To make sure I can be on shows, to make sure I can do 3 city tours, to make sure I can go to Big Daddy games and do everything.
He got your best interest. He got your back.
He do.
And you know, I tell people it's a lot to do in this world, but when you got somebody that generally cares about you and you got somebody that generally has your back, that's everything.
Oh, it helps so much.
That's the whole world.
It helps so much. It's a blessing to have a partner. It is. It is. It's a blessing to have someone in the industry too. Yeah. So it's just like they understand the business.
They can relate.
You got to worry about jealousy stuff and all that stuff. Like he tell me all the time, like I be trying to worry if you. I'm like, I'm in the business, sir. If it's one thing, I am not insecure in what I do or in my womanhood or my relationship to you. If you feel like you somehow get seduced by some woman or something like that, that's going to be on you. It is not going to be on my downfall or because of something I did. I'm not jealous. When he go out there, I let him go to shows and stuff by himself. He go out with the boys and stuff by himself. That's
still a balance with him and manhood.
Exactly. Women walk up to him when he with me. Can you take these pictures with me and all this stuff? And I just be sitting there looking.
You want taking a picture? You should be the biggest fan. You should be his biggest fan.
No.
You his biggest fan.
It's usually no.
She don't work for me though.
He trying to clear it up, boy.
I don't work for him. No. When I'm there, I usually look just like when it's his turn. I look like the trophy. I'm the side piece. I try to sit to the side. Hey.
And you big that up.
I'm your fan.
Good moment. That's a good
Let's
moment.
go.
That's your support.
Exactly.
Have it ever happened on the other side? Like have a man ever came up to you while you was with him and said,
"Oh, did you get a picture and shit?"
You know
yes.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
So before he said, because it's 3 sides to a story. I always say it's 3 sides to a story. It's his side. That's him right there. That's fiance. That's manager. That's artist as well. You know what I'm saying? It's her side, fiance, whatever. You know, artist, and in the management. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the motherfucking truth.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell your side, but that's only your side with a little bit of your truth in it. So when a man come up to you and asks to take a picture while y'all together, what's your vibe? And then how do you feel like?
I automatically feel like they on some shit.
Yeah.
Automatically, because here's my thing. outfits that I wear, he picks them out.
Oh, so you her stylist too?
She's mine.
He picks them out. So anything, my sides all out, my skirts a little low, a little something, my cleavage. He picks it out. He knows what he's doing. Exactly. He knows what he's doing.
Like I tell any brother, you got to look at it like this: if you find your woman attractive,
why not?
She's
right?
fine as hell.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think any other nigga gonna do? Any other brother?
That's what he do.
He gonna find her attractive.
He put me up on the trophy and just go for it. He like, I like to just watch you and I like to watch everybody react.
She looked good in what she was wearing when I saw her. All my thing is just gonna embrace the clothes that she had.
You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna fuck with me, or you ain't.
That part.
Like I used to be naive.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm just.
Look, I got 2 kids. 2 young kids.
With a ring.
And with 3. She with 3. So let me say, look, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be stepping out. I ain't got time for the games. I done seen.
You don't even want these products, man.
Look, I done seen what's going on.
Go ahead, you want to.
I done seen what's out here. I will be single. I'm good. Because it does not look good. My mom is back on the market, okay? And I pray for her every time. Because she just be like, yeah, I met this friend and everything. Right because now. She's the sweetest person. My mom is beautiful, okay?
Mom right now.
Yes, y'all go. Shout out to my mommy, Sylvia. Y'all see her on my page and stuff. She's beautiful. She looks amazing for her age. And, you know, she needs a friend. Because I'm tired of the one she got. I'm tired of the one she got. I want to see her take trips.
Everybody be on this step day. You better stop playing.
If he's taking her, if he's doing well by her, that's all I care about.
And the funny thing about it is, like, you know, when my wife passed, but when she was alive, and we go places and stuff, and me, I mean, I'm pretty just, you know, average. So people talk to me, I'm gonna talk to them, you know.
Right.
And it'd be females, they'll come up and they just have conversation. And my wife be like, bring your ass on. Let's go. And I'd be like, you know, she just was talking to me about that. She was like, that's because you men don't know shit. Y'all don't know like when a woman trying to holler at you. And shit, you just talking to her, let's go. I'd be like, shit, all right.
What was her sign?
My wife was born, January 16th. She was what?
That's a Capricorn. What are you?
Cancer. Every time I say cancer, everybody be like, damn.
I can't speak on cancer. I can't. Yeah, no, it's just a man straight thing. I can't speak on cancer.
Every time I say cancer, it'd be like everybody be like I dropped the bomb.
I guess I'm just a cancer detector. Like I draw them and then I.
No, because that's not a man trait. I ain't like that. Because I done had in the beginning of my relationship, I done had women that I was dealing with walk up to me while me and at the time she was my girlfriend, and at the time my girlfriend, she my wife now, but she just didn't give a fuck. A chick will walk up, what's up, DJ? What's up? Side hug, church hug. You know, we keep it moving, and that was such and such. Oh, okay. You know, or I don't even remember who that was. Okay.
That's how I am with him.
Like
now, because at this point now, I don't know who the fuck nobody is.
At the end of the day, who gives a fuck? I'm with you. If I'm with you, I'm with you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers gonna walk up because they're gonna want to test the water and try to be bold and, you know. I'm gonna play the energy. Get the fuck on. Go ahead. I'm keeping it moving.
If you are firm in your stance in your relationship, you should not be worried about nothing.
That's a fact.
I'm comfortably sitting in my throne. I know what I do. I know what I bring to the table. So I ain't worried. If he decides, that's on him. That's all. I say that every time because I know for a fact.
And if you decide.
I know for a fact I'm not deciding.
Okay, I mean, because women always make it seem like it's just a man that's going to do it. Like to me.
I'm not deciding. I ain't got time. I ain't got time.
See, we don't argue. We just debate.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
We don't really argue.
I think both sides know in a relationship. You know when your relationship is kind of like...
Kind of coming to you. Yeah, you feel it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People know, so they try to, you know...
But we both kind of... I know when to back down from him.
Mm-hmm. That's that.
And he knows when to back down from me.
Yeah, that's a balance.
And that's something that we kind of both learned because I was learning him at the beginning, and then now he's kind of learning my sternness part because it's now like, okay, I took my time to understand you. Now you gonna learn me. You gonna understand why I'm doing this, so that you don't know that I'm just doing this to just do it.
I just look at the man I am today because of my wife. My wife taught me down there everything. My mama died when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? So I was just really doing shit on a whim, on a fly, not giving a fuck about shit. You know what I'm saying? End up getting in the church, finding her, and between her and church at the time. No, I'm not in church no more. Between her and church at the time, my nigga, like, she was my rock.
Yeah, I looked at it like, I'm
just
not gonna
win every
time.
Literally.
So I learned to choose my battles.
And you got to.
Every day is not a win. You know,
it's moment by moment.
Yeah,
that's for both sides too, for men and women.
But that takes knowledge to know. You got to know that by now.
Yeah, maturity time.
And maturity, yes.
Yeah. So before we slide, and I hate to get ready to end this because we hell of a dialogue.
It's fine. We can do a part 2.
Exclusive. Right. We always put that's 2 of them in one show. She coming back and he coming back for his own, nigga. Damn. I told y'all. Nah. But before we slide, remember the movie Best Man?
Yes.
When he was like, what's your foundation? He said God, family, football. Before we leave, I got 2 questions for you.
God, family, football, that is our foundation, really.
Football?
Let's go, Lions! Let's go!
Yeah.
Let's go!
You said the Lions were going to
shout out to the Wolverines. Yes! We got that big dub. I'm a huge football fan. Shout out to my pops. Yes. Told you Dad was big in sports, all right? My brother was a football player. Then, of course, we doing side sports with him. He did Detroit City football stuff too, and oh my goodness, I used to do flag football. We did church picnics and did flag football. Yo, look, don't let the prisoners fool you, okay? I'm such a tomboy, okay?
You just look like this on camera.
I'm such a I'm usually not, so I'm comfortable. The Gemini like came out, so
2 sides of pizza.
Yes.
You pull up on her at the house, she don't look like this.
Right, look, you pull up I'm at the house, I done cleaned all day.
Pants on, baggy ass pants on.
Right, I done cleaned all day. I done cooked 4 meals.
Still walk around with lingerie on?
Nah, we can't because we got kids.
Right.
You put it on with a robe on and just keep the robe on. It's 2 different robes.
Look, with the time right, I see what I need to see.
Y'all should have saw how he looked when he said that.
I see what I need to see.
Right. Well, yes, though.
And see, we got a relationship, so we like fucking around doing crazy shit anyway. So when the kid ain't looking, we do simple crazy shit.
Energy.
You know what I'm saying?
Energy.
You gotta keep it. Stay youthful.
Yeah.
That's what I tell the youth too. Stay youthful.
Stay fun.
They want to grow up so fast.
Yeah.
Or my next question is to talk to divert a message to your community and our community.
Yes. Okay. So I understand we need money to make the world go round. We just need. Yes, let's all get our paper together. We can all communicate together, make our money together. The black people need to restore our community as one. Like, I see so many different neighborhoods. We're doing our block parties and stuff. That's dope. But as the city as a whole, we need to get it together and just put it. We all in this city together. We going through the same stuff together. We hear the same shots. We see the same people dying. We hear the same sirens. We right in this together. So why not be in this together? Get this money together. Raise our kids together. Be this nice community of people. I guess
put it back to where it is.
Put it back to the original foundation.
Put it back to the way it is.
This Detroit, y'all original foundation ain't nothing changed.
You gotta stop because music started from here.
Exactly.
That's rhythm and beat. And hustle start from here.
Exactly.
But hustle start from here. You feel me?
That's love and soul, baby.
Wasn't nobody, everything ran through Detroit, bro.
I know.
We got the whole pipeline
Exactly.
from Canada.
He know. He can't
Thank
hear
you
nothing
so
or
much.
listen to nothing without Detroit.
Detroit,
Coming
Michigan.
through
There
it.
it is.
Exactly.
There
So
it is.
Detroit,
And we
get our
restoring that.
shit
We restoring
together.
that shit now.
It
It
Doing
is.
music.
You know
Yes.
what? You know what's
Oh, shout out to my brother Top Notch Mom, and shout out to
Yeah, I think he coming on the
we
show
got
too,
we got
shit.
some we got some stuff coming.
Yeah.
We got some coming. We got some coming for Tubi. I guarantee we got a couple things coming for Tubi. All right, so we gotta stay tuned. Part two. We gotta come back. Part 2.
Oh yeah, we got.
Part 2. I'm told you we gotta come back. Part 2. We got some stuff.
Hey, she excited to come back. So y'all already know it more than
We got some stuff. We got some stuff. This year, he told you we've been working.
Yeah.
I did a lot this year. I came a lot on my show this year. I met a lot of people this year. And so that's why I just try to tell people, just love. Love yourself.
And be authentic.
Love and be real. Exactly. Love and be.
Don't be real, because real is a perspective.
Well, yes, because everybody says, I'm real.
Yeah.
I'm
Real is
100.
what, yeah, I was about to say,
100.
real is a perspective. Be
100.
authentic, bro.
Just
Remember back in the day, niggas knew what the real jerseys was from the fake jerseys. You had on a fake jersey, they're like, nigga,
nah,
you got that from cuz at the corner. Be authentic.
That's the new 2024. Be authentic. I might need to put that on my Leor, my quote shirt. Shout out to Leor.
Copyright.
That's my clothing brand, Leor Couture.
I'm about to steal it for the end of the show.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. You can steal it. You can steal it, and then if you don't pick up, I'm pick it up.
Yeah.
But if not, we can work. That's gonna collab.
Take it. Y'all just about to say this teamwork. Teamwork.
I just told you collab. We gonna put it together. We gonna get this money together.
But before we get ready to slide, y'all already know, man. P got to jump into that fuck you for the week.
Oh man.
So who getting fucked on?
We're gonna go to Texas.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm back on biking, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause that dude, man, it's like he shouldn't even be in office. And you know, you talk about the Texas Governor Abbott. He got the National Guards at the border right now, blocking the border. And I was looking at this one interview, and it was a while ago. They was talking about, you know, the percentages of the white population decreasing. And, you know, it makes you think from that point to now where we at, because the white population decreasing and they're bringing all these immigrants over here. What are they really bringing them over here for? You know what I'm saying? And that's that increase that population because the black community grows probably at a 5 times to 10 time rate than the white community.
Bro, we already got them beat. That's why they scared.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at it, you know, and you pushing. Anytime you tell like a city like Chicago, we don't have the necessary funding for this rec centers. We don't have the necessary funding for schools. But all of a sudden, you let a flux of immigrants come over. Now you got 95 million from COVID relief that we're going to use to, you know, give these people stipends, $1,000 a week. We're going to give them housing. We're going to give them clothes. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give them a place to stay for months. Yeah, what about the people? That's taxpayers' money.
Exactly.
Texas?
That's Texas, Chicago, New York. But you got to understand, all this money is coming from us. We work for this.
Tax dollars.
This tax dollars. Why is this tax dollars not being used for the people that's here already?
Exactly.
No, you won't get that same privilege in their country.
Exactly. Because we got homeless that's been out on the street for years. Veterans. My man.
But y'all claim to have the best veteran care and all that.
We don't, you know, anytime you tell your citizens.
Veterans should be living like LeBron James.
Anytime you tell your people that we don't have the funding, but now that you letting the fluke of immigrants coming over, now you got a $95 million surplus. We got schools that's been shut down. We got recreation centers that's been shut down. We got warming centers that's been without. People can't eat. And y'all sitting on $95 million. Now you about to give our money to somebody that's not even of this country?
Take care of home.
Exactly.
And now that, you know, this governor was like, fuck that. Abbott, like, fuck that. Like, nigga, fuck that. we're not about to bring these people over here. Now you trying to get the Supreme Court to step in and say, hey, we got to let these people here? You know what I'm saying? One thing as people we know and we've been taught from the beginning of time, you take care of home first before you take care of anything. And that's what we got to get back to. This administration is fucked. It's totally fucked. Anytime you set the mindset we're not going to take care of home, but we're going to take care of people from somewhere else, you're not working in the best interest of the people that worked hard to put that money in your pocket.
It said to lead by example, but sometimes the people that you have choosing to be the leaders are not leading the right example. So sometimes it's all about the person that's leading. And then you got the people, that's what causes the issues of boycotts all around the world because of the fact that people don't agree with people's methods, you know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, like what you saying right there, it create a lot of issues, because I feel the same way. We as black people in our own country can't even get loans like properly to start our own businesses and do this. And we have to really dig in. But then they got the immigrants to come in and they throw a whole lump sum on them.
Man,
and they got
tax free for 7 years.
This store, that store, this store. They all connected with each other, but it's all like this store, that store.
The whole community built up in a month.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's just another fucking race to discriminate us on. Later on down the line, you know what I'm saying? Because what did we do for them? We didn't do shit for them, but the white man gave them all the stuff that they wanted. You know what I mean? And that's basically how I claim it.
And it's basically to make sure we stay the minority.
We stay the minority. But you can't. But you can't take down what's already up. Look, we're God's children. If people ain't realized it by now. If black people, if you didn't realize that by now, that's why you're getting picked on so much. That's why we're against each other so much. We are God's people, and we just need to get our shit together.
Or they put us in these developments. They put us in these developments where we don't have much. We don't have much to work with.
Projects. That's what we call projects.
We don't have much to work. We don't have the proper resources, so we have to do this, that, and the third to survive. We have to take from our people. We have to hurt our people. We have to,
Salvation
mode, like all that.
Food marks and stuff miles away.
Everybody else sit back and watch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They feed us certain foods on purpose.
That's less people they have to worry about.
Take the $5 out of the household and give us this.
Exactly.
Digress the black man because it's the authority figure.
Exactly.
Yo,
look, I'm pro Black Kings, okay?
Hey, we want you to start talking. Hey, you better do the research, brother.
We gonna have to have a forum one day. We gonna sit down and talk about this shit.
We can go for days about perfecting the world and back to the original craft, bro.
Right.
Man, at the end of the day, you just like sometimes you gotta ride your lane and you just gotta know how to ride your lane.
It's a DNA.
It's
a DNA structure.
When you on the road, you gotta drive for you and everybody else.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, it's like, no matter what everybody else doing, your main focus is just to make sure that you don't collide with them and you still
your main focus is to make sure it's not a fucks in the DNA. Ain't no mind.
I'm a philosopher.
One thing I am happy that they're teaching now is, that there need to be more teachings of, but I'm seeing a lot of people are teaching
indoors.
Exactly. We're now starting to learn to grow our own foods more. I'm seeing gardens in the neighborhoods. My neighborhood over where my grandmother lives, I seen 2 gardens over there. It's getting built back up because I was so heartbroken.
You cannot speak.
Love New Era Detroit. Exactly. Come on. Exactly. Love New Era Detroit.
They got a whole garden on the west coast.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I just love when I see that. I love going to summertime. I love the fact that this last summer we were lit. And we did not do as much killing as we normally did.
Violence went down.
The violence went down so much, and we had fun. That is all the summer is supposed to be about.
Right. Before I moved here from Virginia, everybody was like, "Why you moving there for?"
Murder
City.
City.
What I'm saying? Why would you go to here? Of all places to move, you want to move to Detroit, the worst place. You might stay
But look, see, I'm a big believer in my city. And I've always been, I was like, growing up, I was like, I'm going to be a big old house. I want a big old house off Rosa Park. And I want to make sure my kids can get a house. And I want a community to build my family houses in. I've already been planting
you always
seed.
Wanted that.
I've always wanted that. And so when I brought him here, he was just like looking at me crazy like, I said, you can't see the vision. Trust me.
It's always a vision.
My first day moving into the crib, man, the damn gas station is taped off with caution tape. I'm like, damn, somebody.
Oh yeah, because the clerk
somebody done robbed somebody, and all the damn clerk done shot the
clerk
motherfucker.
shot
the clerk shot him.
No shit real when the clerk the one shooting motherfuckers. And
Dog probably try to rob
you know what I like about Virginia?
Damn.
You know what I like about Virginia? They got slot machines in they 7-Eleven.
Yo, that is the craziest part. Every time I walked in, looking like, what the fuck is this?
But on the real shit, on they scratch
in they liquor stores and stuff too.
Hey,
I was in the hoods in the
Virginia.
Virginia
Slot machine casino in Hampton called Rosie.
Exactly.
You go in that bitch, you got like a penny. You put a penny in that bitch, and you fucking win bread off that bitch.
It was funny because I went into a 7-Eleven. I'm like, damn, where are we? They said we in Virginia. I'm like, okay, cool. I went to the 7-Eleven. I was like, damn, this is a slot machine.
Look, I'm telling everybody when y'all travel, all right, just take a minute, get you a good person and just travel the hoods. I guarantee you, it's gonna be some of the best time you're gonna have.
We advocates of
it's gonna be some of the best time you're gonna have.
I had a ball in Virginia. I had never been to Virginia. That was my first time.
What bar was you in? You remember?
I was over. I can't even remember what area I was in. But we had rented like an Airbnb, and it was like kind of like a cabin, but it still was in like around all the major.
Was it?
It was by a ski resort.
Williamsburg.
It was by a ski resort.
Yeah, Williamsburg.
We weren't too far from a ski resort because we was up there. We were supposed to be doing some skiing, but they didn't have the resort open, so we had an Airbnb. And it was kind of like a cabin type Airbnb. And I just, I'm the type of person, like, I'm going to jump in the car and I'm going to just drive around and see,
I'm from the same city where I received in Vic from.
Okay, yeah, so I like to see what's going on.
That white boy that won the dunk contest.
Bad News.
Oh, that's where he from?
I'm from Bad News. He not from Bad News.
I thought he went to the same high school.
He went to Bethel High School.
Oh, yeah.
Bethel.
I know where I was at. It was real quiet. It was cool.
I'm from with Missy Elliott. Now Chris Brown's in Tappahannock. So I'm part of the 7 cities. It's like 7 cities. You got
Reggie Miller.
Nah.
And actually, I went to a strip club there.
In Virginia?
Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, Alonzo
Mourning. You know what I'm saying? Missy, Timberland, Pharrell, Magoo.
How'd you like
Clips.
It was alright.
But
I tell you what, y'all banks there give out dollar bills.
Oh, I'm from here.
Oh,
I'm from Detroit. He from Virginia.
The banks.
Hey, calm ticker, bro. We are skewed, man. It's time to jump into that motivation for the week. Man.
Oh yes.
He's coming back, and she's doing a part 2.
Yes. We'll be back.
We know this.
Right. This family now. We got too comfortable.
I say, man, all we do is drink and smoke and have a good vibe on the show.
He literally he said, is there anything you don't want to talk about? I said, is there anything I should be worried about?
Motherfucker be sensitive, especially.
Well, here's the thing, because I did an interview, my very first interview I did.
Ready for anything.
It's how you be ready for it.
And we literally.
I don't want to dog nobody. Man, this is full promotion.
They went off the walls. We was talking about random sex positions. We was talking about how niggas was and shit. But it was how it was talked about.
This bitch said, I like to see my nigga wake up and hold his dick while he peeing. I'm like,
right. It was just like it took. It started off.
It started off weird.
It started off just weird. It was just like
shit's weird.
It was like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
No, it's not what you do. It's how you do it.
It's how
you do it.
It's how
it was this subject woman, and then the next minute was this subject. Like, wait a minute, how did he gradually get from?
It literally
they had their order. They had what they was going to do.
You normally have a path that leads to that. You know what I mean? It went from A to fucking M.
They had their questions already. This is what they ain't had. It was their order.
Exactly. Man.
We know how we do this. We know how we do this shit on the 2 Kings, man. That's why we got that's why at the end of it, it's the 2 Kings. You know what I'm saying? There's other ones, but the 2 Kings is a different story.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah.
Yeah, but this was a vibe. We would definitely be back.
Hit us up with that motivation, D.
For the week, man. My motivation for the week gonna be what we say. We gotta be all right. Hold it. You should have held that.
You know,
hold your applause to the end.
You should
Hold
have
your
gave me
applause to
no
the
new
end.
toys.
You know when you go to the pool at night.
Give me shit to fuck with.
Don't
worry
give me
about
a
it.
toy.
Don't worry
I'm
about
gonna
it.
play with it. What I'm supposed to do?
Don't worry about it. He'll never have it again. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She'll never have it again. I know. But what we say? You got to be authentic. But my authenticity. They know I can't speak. They know I can't speak. But it starts with self-love, though. Self-love and value.
Yeah.
And I done said this before many times on this show. But being authentic, though, you really be able to identify the ones that's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best part about it.
That's a word.
So you don't have to worry about nothing. Like, when you shooting out good vibes and you receiving good vibes, you know the bad vibes.
Exactly.
And then you just move accordingly. I'm not hurting your feelings.
That part.
I'm just choosing to deal with you how I choose to deal with you. And if I can't choose to deal with you how I choose to deal with you, then you can't be in my community.
That part.
And if I want to deal with you just on party, no business, you have to be able to respect that.
We just had a whole business meeting with our whole team.
See what I'm saying?
Everybody we was in touch, we said, look, we ain't doing too much. We ain't going extra. Move accordingly. And that's 2024. That's the motion. Be authentic. Move accordingly.
Move accordingly. You want to tap into that beat? Or my bad. You want to tap into that?
What's that?
My motivation for the week? Or we'll leave it like that. Don't worry about it. P, you want to tap?
Yeah. I let y'all. I get mine on my show. Y'all
Yeah.
I just say some shit, but y'all get yours on y'all.
My thing is, just be you. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't go wrong with that.
Like me and you, from day one, we always knew you more out than me. You know what I'm saying? I never, like I said, I'm my brother. I'm background. Okay, we don't say out, but your personality.
No, I ain't no out, my brother.
Yeah. Your personality is bigger than mine. Yeah. I sit back. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be who the fuck I am.
Right.
You going to receive me or you ain't, man. You get the fuck on.
And you never, you know.
Everybody know that.
I never been the one that want to be, you know what I'm saying, in the spotlight. I never be the one that want to be like pushed out there and shit. I'm just chill. You know what I'm saying? And that's the boundaries of our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Me and you brothers, we know each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, even, you know, it's times you got to get me out my shell. You be like, come on, P, man, come on.
For the bigger of the good.
Right, and I'll be like,
for the
you know,
of the good.
Because I always been like, I don't want nobody to see me. I don't want nobody to ask me questions. Whatever I do, I just do and get it done.
Get it done. I want
you
to
know
be in the
what I'm saying?
background.
Then when I asked you, remember I asked you how you feel like if somebody come up to you? Since we've been doing this podcast, this motherfuckers done walked up to him like, hey, ain't you wanna? And this nigga, hey, like relax, brother. Relax. They just showing you love for what they see on the internet.
Here's the thing, with me being, I guess, a pretty female, I've always been walked up to anyway. So it's not unnormal. I've learned to feel the vibe before I get the vibe.
And I just told y'all
I can see your bullshit a mile away.
But see, I be forgetting that
you famous.
I wish. Okay. So when people want me and shit,
we famous.
To
We famous right now.
I'm from the east side.
We famous. No, we famous. I'm bringing the east side up. You know, fuck that.
We be like shit.
We famous, alright? Shout out to my brother Boss Red, yo. He got 6 months right now. He'll be out in June. Shout out to my brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
This gave me a platform where people started to recognize me, and I had to, you know what I'm saying, adjust to certain, you know what I'm saying, things and shit, and people being like, hey, you know what I'm saying, I done checked y'all out before. I think y'all good and shit, you know what I'm saying. You know, you just got to be, you know, kind of acceptance to that, you know what I'm saying. You know, because it's like, you know, when you just used to being a private person and into yourself and into your family and shit, you know what I'm saying? You're not used to people just coming up to you if they recognize you or if they like, you know, what you do.
It takes time.
You know what I'm saying? So it takes time to adjust to it and stuff.
It do. It do. Even as an artist, for me, it takes time. Even though you should be used to people going, oh, hey, I still, because I like my space.
Right.
We can be comfortable and stuff after I know you, but I don't know what you're on. Right. I got kids I got to get back home to. I don't know what you got. Yeah. We can't, look, you know.
And after COVID.
Yo.
Right.
Yo.
Come on now.
Let's keep it short and sweet. If God meant for the relationship to take off, you know,
then
hey,
it'll happen authentically.
It's gonna exactly. Yep. And we gonna let it be. But for now, we gonna say what's up, keep it good vibes, let it be what it be. Don't you push it too hard, cause then my vibe gonna be like, all right, this nigga, we got to go. Move away. She ain't getting it. You got to go.
Man, hell of a conversation. Hell of a dialogue, man, and it's time to go. But like y'all heard, I didn't ask, I didn't say it. She said it, he said it. It's gonna be two other shows separately.
Oh shit,
you know what I'm saying? So
yes.
it ain't. We big on building the community, teach one and networking, man. So that's what it's always about for us.
Yes. I definitely know each one, teach one.
Yeah, that's the vibes we go by.
Right.
You can't just be out here moving and trying to do everything you want to do by yourself. Like,
no, you can't.
You gotta touch somebody that touch somebody and say, let's do some shit together.
Shout out to Floss a lot. Shout out.
That's what we're going. Wait, hold that. Because now we going into that. Shout out everybody that you want to shout out to. And make sure y'all tap into everybody that you shout out to.
Yes. Okay.
And all of those networks gonna be right there. Tap into their Instagram.
So first of all, shout out to Loose ENT. That's my whole gang. So you got Loose on there. You got Minnie Double O, Chachi Monroe, CTG. You got Smoke the Immortal. You got V-Dot. You got Decando. You got we got you got. Yeah, right. You got Tez. We got a big old list. So shout out to Lucy and T. You click that link, you're gonna see our whole gang up under there.
There you go.
You shout out to Promo. Shout out to Wes. We got shows and tours going on. Shout out to Floss a lot, our big brother. Man, if you want to be in touch in the industry, that's a man you need to know, okay? He is so low-key and people is sleeping on him. He is so... Look, floss a lot, all right? Floss a lot. Tap into him. Who else I got? My mommy. That's my backbone. My sister, you know, whenever I need them to watch my beautiful babies. Shout out to my two little ones, Aya and Aura. My... superstars in the making. Shoot, they might be up here in another 10 years or so. Who know? Look, I'm calling it, all right?
There you go, man.
Two Kings podcast.
That's the tap in.
Taking over. It's going to be big, I'm telling you. Shout out to the Two Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that right there.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Michigan.
Shout out yourself.
For sure.
Shout out to Leor.
Shout out to Leor Couture. Yes, follow that brand.
That's going to be big.
That is a brand. Yes, it is going to be big. I've seen it. I've visited it. Thank you.
Part two, we gonna dive more into that.
Part two, I'm gonna bring some stuff so y'all can see it.
I ain't even the logo.
Yeah, part two, we gonna dive more into that.
Yes.
Part two, we gonna dive more into that.
Trust me, but I'm gonna tag you because I got the site.
I did see that.
I did see that. Go ahead, because it's still look. I still got that coupon going on there too. All right, I ain't taking that deal off. Y'all go ahead, push it. It's 35% off. What you mean?
That BA coming up.
It's
good. We're going to jump back into that rocket and drop it for the week.
Yes.
And then we're going to get ready to slide. That rocket and drop it for the week is my bad. What I like to do is toss the keys over and allow you to exit us out with the rocket or drop it in. You know, and then we're going to play that.
Yes. All right. So this rocket or drop it for the week is off of my new EP. The EP is Kanoichi. Is on all platforms. I want y'all to tap in. Let us know if you like it or not. It's the Two Kings podcast, y'all. All right?
You know we got to keep it here, man. Peace. Before we leave, we got to say peace. Keep it here.
He got me feeling like I'm on the highest of that good drug. It's so good it make you wanna pop a quickie in the truck. Know you wanna go ahead and ride up on this love boat. See the storm coming, so you better bring your raincoat. So won't you tell me what you're trying to say? I see it in your face. You know you can come with me for